Tick, 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 bomb diggity. Flipping the quick shit. Bars infinity. Godzilla with a little John Wick lyrically. Everybody know Joe Dirt, start digging me.
Grind Mode Cypher. Beast from the East.
Rock on the beat.
five on deck. Bob Vila. Them weak punches, I Bob weaving and Ali 'em. Everybody wanna be a boss, not me. I want leaders. Tom Brady, Derek Jeter, Black Marvins, John Cena. I'm back shitting on whack shit. Snap with it, flow crazy, I'm bad shit. Oh baby, I'm so wavy, I'm capsizing. All them boats lately. Listen up, my mind different. I'll die with him. Go find Christ, bring him back to life and then baptize him. Hey, what can I say? I am the savior. I gotta save. I gotta get up and put on my cape. Then I gotta up and away, out of my lane. Learn how to drive, stay on the side. I enjoy the ride, just hop on the wave. I fuck out the way, just get out the middle. I'm trying to get by. Homie, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freddy, you're not here to reaper come. You about to feel the repercussions. I'm at the point no retreating from. The minute the doctor chops the umbilical until I'm up in the box and I'm buried in I am the bar, burying bars.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. It's your boy Trip Beat.
And it's Johnny Conceptz.
Yes, sir. We here today with one of your favorite and nicest affiliates out right now. We're going with the homie fiVe. What's up, fiVe?
Y'all, appreciate you having me on, man. About the homie fiVe. Like the number. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, bro. Oh, there it is.
I was a little late on it. I was a little late.
Little sound effect. So, fiVe, what's up, man? I found you through Grind Mode, first of all. I just wanted to say. I found you on one of the affiliated ciphers, I believe it was, at the Beast from the East series.
Yeah, Beast from the East. I want to say volume 15. I think that was the most recent one I did. Maybe volume 14, 20, something like that. Yeah, it's the series in Providence, so at Alchemy.
Did you anchor that cipher? I feel like you should have. I don't know. I remember playing your verse back.
Yeah, that was my very first one. Yeah, it was a dope cipher, a dope event. It was my first experience with Grind Mode. Obviously, you know, I've seen Grind Mode, you know, kind of come up. Really, you know, I'm an old head now, so yeah, no, it was definitely a good experience. You know, a lot of dope MCs in the building. That's always fun. Yeah, that was my first one. That was the first one.
So tell us a little bit about like yourself, what you do, your rap name, where you from.
I used to go by J5 back in the day. I started getting into hip hop probably like by, you know, 8th grade, 9th grade year. And then I started like writing and like, you know, battling back in the day in high school, probably like 2001, 2. And I actually met Lingo. So I've known Lingo for a pretty long time, actually. And, you know, we kind of came up together just in the scene. He made some real fire beats. A few of the dudes that I was rocking with back in the day, it introduced me to him. And, you know how it is, man. My memory's shot by now. But yeah, no, you know, like I said, I've kind of seen Lingo, you know, even before Grind Mode, you know, kind of doing this thing. So, in the whole, you know, company and the whole movement, really, they've been doing it a while. So, and it shows, you know what I mean? Everything's really, oh my bad, everything's dope, all the way down to the production, you know, just the video editing. He does it right. So, you guys are doing your thing over there.
And that's cool. That's a great backstory. A lot of people don't know that the man behind the machine has been at it since 2000, 2001. I was myself just coming into the scene around that time, and I looked up to cats like Lingo and people like yourself, man. It really proved to me that you didn't have to be some cat on the radio who was getting spins in New York City and LA and in Boston to rap. I realized that there was local avenues to be able to do that. You guys coming up in the scene, you know, cats like me, I would have had no one to look up to. I wouldn't have known which direction to go. I wouldn't have known who to hit up for a show, anything like that. So always respect to the old heads, as you put it, and the OGs. But facts, man. And we always appreciate guys like you, man. But I did want to mention, you came out swinging heavy, and I believe, 2020? What's up with these contests, man? You've been getting top 5 finishes left and right, winning here, winning there. What's up?
Yeah, first of all, appreciate the recognition, obviously. But yeah, it was something that I think quarantine kind of helped that. So, you know, like a lot of people don't realize that, like, I stopped rapping, man, for like a long time. You know, you never really stop, right? But like I stopped going to the studio. I stopped like writing down, and, you know, I listen to instrumentals on the way to work and whatnot. But you know, I just kind of got away from it, and you know, it's a huge regret that I have. I started coming back in like 2019, and that was actually the year that I did my first Grind Mode Cypher. And I would say like late 2018, I started just writing again. And, yeah, man, it just kind of, you know, elevated with the whole quarantine stuff. I created an Instagram account for my artist page, and I just had a lot of bars, and I just started putting them over different beats. And, you know, it's that Instagram was like really what kind of helped me like network. I met a lot of people, like even locally, you know, get a little bit of exposure. And yeah, in 2020, I would see like these contests online and stuff, and like on Instagram. I just take my bars that I have over different beats and just kind of throw them on, and it's all about exposure because you never know who's listening. And then I entered the 50 bar one. That was actually one where it was somebody who was solidified, was judging, was Static Selector. So that was dope. Me and that dude Big D's split the first one. It was definitely a big opportunity and a huge catapult for myself and my brand, and really kind of a launching pad. So it's all about momentum, you know what I mean? So yeah, 2020 was like a little bit of a breakout year. So hopefully this year's a little better. So we'll see.
Facts.
That's what's up. We do hope that like 2021 turns out to be a great year for you. You mentioned that you've known Lingo for a really long time. Like, is there a reason why it took you till 2019 to start a Cypher? Or
yeah, nah, great question. So yeah, I've been friends with him on Facebook. I've seen the Cyphers, obviously. It was just something where I wasn't making music. My daughter was born in 2014. I bought my house. I got married. There was like a 5-year stretch where like making music was not only difficult, like borderline impossible, and I let myself away for too long, man. And one of my boys locally, he makes beats. My boy Dillinger, shout out to Dave. And he was like, yo, I've been making a lot of beats, yada, yada. He's like, please, yo, I just need a 16. Just give me a 16. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I wrote like 50 bars and I'm like, okay, I got something to say. This is pretty dope. And then, I perfected my craft a little bit. And then come August, I seen Lingo post on his personal page. And I was like, yo, I'm down to rock. And we were connected like in the beginning of the year. I hit him up in like January. I copped a couple beats from him. And, I kept my tabs. I wasn't completely absent. I just stopped making music. That was all.
Right. Yeah, that happens, man. And for people that have been in it as long as us, like it does come in waves, and life comes in waves, as we know. But to take the time away from music to settle down as a man and to start a family and own property, and like there's some things that have to take the back burner sometimes in life, and unfortunately hip hop and spitting the bars anyways sometimes hits the back burner in life. But for the real ones, man, it always comes back around.
I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I got my beautiful family. It was a good experience. It was part of my growth, man. I feel like I've been able to gain a lot of ground, and I keep trying to do that and keep trying to learn. And what's scary to me is like, I'm nowhere near where I need to be. Like I can be better, and I'm getting better. And I want to be better every day. That's the only person I want to be better than is me yesterday. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade it. I had to go, kind of go there to get here. And, it's a path that, I cherish, and, we here now, so it's all about the future. My son's coming to say goodnight to me.
Oh, that's what's up.
Want to say hi? Yeah. Say what's up. This is my son, 4.
Yeah. How old's your son, bro?
He just turned 3 in November. November 7th is his birthday. Like I said to you, in the chat earlier, quarantine was a lot of fun, man.
We haven't been like we haven't got to know each other yet, but I know I've seen you on a lot of like the Sunday Night Grind live chats. Like I've seen that you put some music on there. Like that's definitely intrigued me. What do you think about like that experience?
Yeah, man. No, I mean, I think, like I said before, it's dope to see Grind Mode kind of evolving. You know what I mean? And it's something, in my opinion, probably should have looked into a little while ago. And it's not a mistake or anything like that. I don't want it to come across that way, but I think that, they're sitting on a gold mine. You can do things like these interviews, these Sunday Night Grind shows. It's an opportunity to get exposure, man. Like I said, that's why I came back and kind of created that Instagram, because I enter these contests because you never know who's listening. If it's somebody who knows somebody, or like I was able to have Static Selector like listen to my music. Like God knows who else. You know what I mean? That do JFK that he rocks. Like there's people in the industry that have been able to hear me, man. I got played on Shade 45, so you just never know who's listening, man. And I think it's really dope that Grind Mode is giving artists like myself an opportunity to put it in front of people. There's different genres. You got that old school boom bap, you get the grimy, the quick stuff. It's all love. It's all a different branch on the same tree, really. So that definitely dope though. A lot of dope artists. I've been able to see a lot of dope artists, on those grind stuff. So
yeah.
Good experience.
That's a pretty good segue right there. So speaking of pretty dope artists from Grind Mode, is there anyone in particular that you could see yourself working with from Grind Mode? Who, if you could have like a dream little Grind Mode mashup collab track or mixtape?
That's a real good question. The first 2 names that probably come to mind are Vendetta and Cap Scissor. I think both of those dudes are really, really talented. I think everybody's really talented. But just in terms of my lane, the content, and more importantly, the person that they are, right? I mean, I don't really know them too well, but as well as you can on Facebook. But they just seem like real humble dudes. You know what I mean? I like the way they move. I think that those are the two that come to mind. Obviously, I'd love to be able to collab with Threat. I think all of them dudes are nice, lyrical powerhouses, man. So, those are a couple names that come to mind for me right off the top. Enels and, Ruckus. I mean, I love what them Ground Wave dudes are doing. That I can see myself on the track with them. And, and those are just a few that come to mind right off the top. But, Frankie V's nice. I wouldn't mind doing a track with that chick, Allie. I know that she got some vocals too. So, that's an element right now that I feel like I'm missing in my music. It's kind of like that female kind of soulful. So I'm definitely looking to work with a female artist. There's always somebody, new that catches my ear that I see. I'm like, oh, okay. So, and that's why them grind modes, the Sunday night grind stuff is really exciting because you get to see artists like that. So, we'll see.
And who knows, maybe here on Behind the Grind, we can make that happen. So any of those artists that he mentioned, if you want to fuck with fiVe, hit him up because he wants to fuck with you. So
right. Well, actually, what you need to do is you need to hit my account up so that I can take 10% off the top. Because
we cool.
That's actually a great answer. Cap Scissor and Vendetta are definitely two artists in my tops here in my mind of grind mode. I have had the opportunity to meet Cap a handful of times, and what a humble dude, what a great dude. Same with Vendetta, man. You probably know from following him on the book and shit. The kid can cut a head of hair as well, so you might want to sit down with him sooner. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, shots fired.
What's funny, is like, I go through phases, like I grow it out, cut it. When we got quarantined, it was like April 1st. Like we were in the heart of it. I'm like, I'm bicking my head, and I bicked it, and I've been growing it since. I think I was going crazy a little bit, and that's why I did it. And I shaved like half of my head. And I did see that he's an artist. I was actually I was on one of the sites, my second cypher I did with Vendetta. That was the first time I heard him, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, this dude is bananas. And we actually talked. We talked a couple times. Says it too. I haven't been. I was on the Chopper cypher with him in the volume 4 of the COVID series. So. But I met him at the venue that I was on with Vendetta. So definitely two dudes that I've met, and we've talked, just haven't really pursued it. And when the time is right, we'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned that you were on the Chopper Cypher. I know you said you were looking for like a female artist. So like what kind of other lanes are you looking to dabble into?
I think that obviously the bars have been validated. I don't want to make an EP, a mixtape. Sure, just bar to death. I'm cool with that. But I like to make music, man, and dudes that I guess. That I can listen to today. It's like kind of bridging the gap a little bit, you know what I mean? So there's certain artists where it's like, music is all about emotion, so there's different artists that we listen to when we feel different, when we reminisce, it's nostalgic. So, I got that old boom bap kind of upbringing, but I don't really listen to a whole lot of new artists. So I think that kind of part of what I'm doing right now is just really seeing what's out there, and seeing what people kind of adapt to, because you got to adapt. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean be fake. It doesn't mean switch up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to adapt, and it's not the same thing. So I can see myself as in a J. Cole lane. I can see myself in like a Joyner lane. I could see myself in a Hobson lane, but not as dark. As a dude, I try to learn something from everybody that I listen to, and find the silver lining with an artist. So there's nothing really that's off the table for me. You know what I mean? And we'll just have to kind of see, I don't really have a lane necessarily. Everybody's got their lane, but I don't have something that I'm going for. We'll just see what happens when we make the music. That's all. But definitely some female vocals for sure.
That's the beautiful thing about music is that sometimes, like you said, when the time's right, man, beautiful things can happen. And being an open-minded artist and not sticking yourself in one certain lane is actually a beautiful thing.
It's like, at the end of the day, man, it's again, it's all unity, man. That's what hip hop's all about. Like there's, it's a big giant oak tree and there's different branches and genres. And I listen to like everybody, right? So like I can listen to like a Cole, a Kid Cudi. I can listen to a Sean P. I can listen to, a Guru. I can listen to like, I have a very wide variety of artists that like, I could bump and like, and mess with it. You know what I mean? So I welcome everything. I welcome any artist that's willing to work with me. To me, it's all about the person. Like there's some dope artists I think that I've heard that like, I don't really like how they move. You know what I mean? It's like, we probably wouldn't mesh well together because, I'm not trying to hop on a track and compete with somebody. I'm trying to make some music. You know what I mean? So, you got to feel the wavelength too, man. To me, it's more than the bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I heard you mention a few names, like you mentioned, like Guru, like are those considered your influences, or like who are those influences? I know you mentioned a few names, but who you got up there?
No, I mean, absolutely. Those guys are influences for me. I think that Big Pun was probably like the first artist that like really just blew my mind. Like, oh my God, Eminem was a huge influence, obviously, as he was to many, many other American people in our generation. But like, and was very emotional. Like, Black Thought was a huge inspiration for me. Just kind of cadence and being smooth and, like think about a whack Black Thought verse you ever heard, because I can't. Consistency. You know what I mean? I think those are like my three biggest kind of influences in terms of music. But the list goes on and on. Nas was such a huge influence for me. Jay-Z was a huge influence for me. Believe it or not, Cannabis back in the day, like when I was like a bar heavy kind of dude, like Cannabis was like, but like 96 Cannabis, like anything after like 2002, I can't really rock with. But that kind of era, that whole generation was an influence for me.
We're gonna segue right off the influences to which artists you had any pick, like dead, alive, any genre. It doesn't have to be specifically hip hop. But if you could work with the artist, any genre, who are you feeling? Dead, alive, who you got?
Busta Rhymes for sure. I would love a track with Busta and MOP. I think it would be the dopest track in the world.
This is five. I wasn't really expecting those.
Five featuring Busta and MOP. You heard it here. Yeah. Busta, holler at my boy.
I would love a track with MOP. Busta, definitely Busta. Joyner is one. I think that I think I love what he's doing, man. He's just, his visuals are dope, his bars are dope. He's kind of bridging that gap, man. I would love to work with somebody like a Benny Pass, you know what I mean, and kind of get that real grime, just like a real dope, like Alchemist beat, just kill it kind of track, you know what I mean. Sean P. Now, as far as these are living people, Sean P. I would have loved to do a track with Sean P, man. Would have loved to do a track with Big Pun. I've actually talked to Chris Rivers about a collab. And this was like when I, first started kind of coming back and whatnot. And, once I get a project, I'm going to, I'll get the features, do it the right way. Royce is actually another dude I would love to be able to work with. He's just so creative. His creativity is off the charts. So. Yeah, I'm just thinking of some artists. And then, I wouldn't mind working with somebody like, if we're talking like kind of a different lane, but like still get like a dope track. Somebody like a Chris Brown, I think maybe. I love, like Bruno Mars is another dude that I think that he can just do it all, man. He's just money. The dude's money. Like everything he touches, you know what I mean? So I think that's a sound that, The Weeknd, like a chorus from The Weeknd or something like that.
All right, five, man. So right now we're going to break into this segment called Rapid Fire. Pretty much a lightning round. Yes, sir. Pretty much a lightning round. We're going to ask multiple questions, and we're just looking for pretty much one-word answers, if you could.
Okay. I'm with it. Let's do it.
True hip-hop heads, back in the late 90s, we all had to pick a side, man. Biggie hip-hop.
Biggie.
Let's go game of 50.
50.
I think I know the answer to this, but Big L or Big Pun?
Pun. It's close, though. Okay. Pun. Pun.
Performing or recording?
Performing.
Ether or Takeover?
That's a big one. I like Ether.
Okay.
So Drake, Pusha,
I'll go Drake.
boneless or bone in for wings?
Bone in.
Bone in. The ranch or blue cheese on the wings?
Blue cheese. Blue cheese for wings and ranch for salad. That's the way I do it.
Okay. All right. So a little bit of both worlds. You double dipping, bro.
I think both of them like taste gross on the other. You know what I mean? I can do ranch on wings, but blue cheese on salad? Nah, no thanks.
On Fritos or Cheetos?
Oh, Cheetos.
Cheetos.
But the honey, oh my bad, you want one more answer? It's my fault.
No, I mean, hey, if you feel the need to elaborate, my man, you
made me think of the spiral honey barbecue Fritos.
Yes.
Oh man, those are so bomb. Let's stick with
Cheetos.
How about Michael Jackson or Prince?
Jackson.
Michael
You
Jackson.
answered that kind of quick.
Yeah. All right. Baseball or football?
Oh,
Football or basketball?
football.
Football.
LeBron or MJ?
Jordan. I'm a LeBron fan though.
Horror movies, action movies,
Action.
movies, comedy movies.
Comedy. I'm a big like comedy dude. That's all I do is laugh, man. So,
Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
combat.
All right, I fuck with you. That was the test. I fuck with you.
Sega or Nintendo?
Nintendo.
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Can't fuck with you no more. All right.
This is one of my favorite questions. One of our favorite questions to ask. So you're at a restaurant. There's 6 chairs. At one of those chairs is 5. Who are the other 5 people at that table? They could be dead. They could be alive. They could be fictional. Could be someone that you've seen from a movie, like a cartoon, whatever it is.
Thanks.
Who's at that table with you? Who do you want to chop it up?
That's a real good question. That's 5's a lot too, because no pun intended. But I think George Carlin is probably my number one. Like he's got to be there. Probably Eminem would be there.
I just want to say you're already getting kicked out of the restaurant, but keep going. George Carlin alone, man. I mean, Vince Vaughn. I think Vince Vaughn is just a funny dude. I would love to just chop it up with him. Right.
I want to have a nice, fun night. We're having like a Saturday night out. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have some fun and some laughs. But I think that as far as I'm trying to think of like non-hip hop artists that like somebody that we haven't mentioned that I would really like. I think Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady. I think he's a winner. I think I'd love to pick his brain and just about his preparation and what it takes to be a winner. You know what I mean? Because this dude is just documented success. So I think you got to throw Brady at the table.
I knew you were gonna throw a Tampa Bay Buck in there. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when.
Had Brady not been on the Bucks, I probably wouldn't just throw the Buck in. I think Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Is probably one, and or Leo. Like, ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I think those are two real good choices. But let's do Leo. I like Leo. I think that's a real good one. And what else you say? Fictional character too. Let's throw. Let's take Peter Griffin. Let's take Peter Griffin. I'm down with Peter Griffin and Carlin chopping it up.
That's what I was just. So that was my next question: was who is Peter Griffin gonna like tie himself to at that table? I think it would be Carlin. I think it'd be Carlin. Yeah. So man, that's great. Where can everyone who's watching check out some fiVe music?
So I'm on Spotify. I'm starting to put some content on there. My Instagram, my handle, pretty much for everything is at five_hip hop. FIVE_HIPHOP. Instagram, I put a lot of content on there. Just promote some old stuff, throw some bars on some new stuff. Any contests I do, I'm on there. You can follow me on Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. I'm starting to put a lot more content up. And there's gonna be some new content coming too, so stay tuned. Yeah, Spotify is gonna be the spot because I'm gonna do something Spotify worthy and official to get on there. So if everything goes to plan. So
facts. And like I said before, life does ebb and flow as well as the music scene. But when they're both hitting and striding in perfection and all cylinders are clicking like they are for you right now, like it's moments that make 2020 for you was a beautiful year. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully 2021's the same, man, and so on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Believe me, the networking is like big for me. You know, being a good person for me comes first. You know what I mean? There's enough room for everybody to eat, and you know, I'm cool with competitiveness. I'm cool with like you know, having a chip on your shoulder and all that. But to me, it's just like, you know, we all here for the same reason, man. It's like, you know, we're gonna get farther together. Then, you know, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. That's, you know, that's always saying something I teach my kids, but we got to do it together. And it's like, you know, it just means supporting everybody, man. It's like, you know, we all after the same thing. And it's like, it's not just one thing. It's not a race for one person to get it. There's a prize that, you know, it's like a 6-year-old birthday party. Everybody gets a bag, right? Everybody gets a bag when you leave. So let's help each other get there, man. And it's like, you know, but it is what it's hip hop at the end of the day too. So, you know, you gotta have that feast of famine mentality, and you know, that's it. You gotta have it. You know.
That's it, man.
Absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, fiVe. Thank you for chopping it up with us here at Behind the Grind. Like, is there any last words that you want to say to the viewers, or to us, or to anybody?
You know, just keep doing your thing, man. You know, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to get in front of different fan bases and different artists. And, you know, I see everybody doing their thing weekly. It's refreshing. Keep dropping new music. Keep doing your thing. I'm absolutely 100% putting out a project very, 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 very soon. And I can't wait to show you guys what I've been working on. Been perfecting my craft. And, yeah, man, looking forward to doing another Grind Mode as well. Shout out to Grind Mode Cypher. Shout out to Cranston. Shout out, you know, Dillinger, Rays, Team Battle League for doing all that thing. Bars of Death, you know, that other league that I'm in online. You know, lots of people, man, just doing good things in hip hop. So keep doing your thing, y'all. Appreciate you guys having me.
Definitely, it was a great interview, man. We had a lot of fun, and I'd love to have you back soon once we get this ball rolling, maybe in the next few months, man. I'm looking forward to keeping in touch.
For sure. I'll absolutely be back, man. Anytime you guys are welcome to have me, you know, I'm more than happy to come on, man. So appreciate you.
This is Johnny Conceptz.
Trip B.
And this is Behind the Grind. See you next time.
Peace.
Absolutely.
Damn, bro. Was this your 100th time?
Nah, man.
I love that question, bro. It just pulls out fucking a bunch of random shit. Like same thing with the rapid fire shit. And like, it's not, when I'm watching a hip hop interview, I don't expect the guy to be like Fritos or Cheetos. And then some fucking, you never know, bro. Some fucking 12-year-old's watching this, 13-year-old, and he's gonna watch this, and he's gonna be at the store, and he's gonna grab that bag of barbecue Fritos just because of the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna do all the barbecue.
I want some royalties from Fritos. I don't know, man.